Hello and welcome to the basement. Today we're going to do part 2 of the basic tools in your shop. Today it's the bandsaw. Okay? The bandsaw is deceptively dangerous. It doesn't look like it's going to kill you, but it'll take your fingers off without even thinking about it. Okay? If you go to your local butcher shop or the meat department in your grocery store, they have one of these in the meat department, in the butcher shop, and they use it to cut through meat and bones quickly and efficiently. So, what are the 2 rules? 1, know where your switch is. My switch is down here. Again, this is an older machine. It's a toggle, up-down toggle. Okay? Newer machines will probably have a more accessible switch and a better one. Rule number 2, don't put your hands where the blade is. See, the cat agrees. Right? Now, parts of the bandsaw are pretty simple. You have, see, the cat agrees. You have your deck. Okay, just like on your table saw, you have your guard, which has the guide on the bottom, and then you have your pole, which allows you to move this part up and down. You have 2 adjustments, maybe only 1, depending on your table saw. The 2 adjustments on here are the depth of your blade by raising this up and the tilt of your deck. That's it. Okay? The other thing that you've got is not an adjustment. It is the ability to change the blades. Okay? So I've got a pretty standard wide wood blade in here right now. Most of the cuts I've been doing have been straight-ish cuts. You can see me milling down lumber, limbs into lumber using this and a guide that I created. But you can put in a metal blade. You can put in a thicker blade for a straighter cut, a thinner blade for more curvy cuts, more teeth, fewer teeth, longer teeth, sharper teeth, all depending on what you're trying to do and what material you're using. There are some generic blades that are good for most stuff. Good for most stuff, not great. Okay. Pick up a good wood blade, a wide wood blade and a thin wood blade, 1 metal blade if you're going to be doing any metal work at all, and learn how they work and how they, what they do. Okay. So, the important thing to remember when you're changing your blades is you've got, where is it here? Up here, you've got a tension wheel. And you want your blade to be stiff, but not too stiff. If you have too much tension on it, a little bit of strain can cause it to snap, and then you've got blade going spring everywhere. Not fun, trust me. Now, I'm going to reiterate that not plugged in. Okay. So, which is why I feel safe putting my hand here. Using a table saw, or bandsaw, you are going to have to pay a lot of attention to where these are and where that is. Okay? Because you're going to want to hold things like this. It's natural. You want to do that, and my hand is where the blade is. I've just lost a thumb. Okay? You're going to be pushing things through and want to reach around. Okay? You reach around, and now I'm putting my hand where the blade is. Okay? As something goes through, take a couple random pieces here. Okay? I have cut this through, and I am holding way out. Okay? And be careful not to push in, because if something slips, your hand is where the blade is. Okay? You push through on both sides. Continue pushing until it's passed. Okay? Take it away. Okay? If you're doing small cuts, I often cut dowel down to about 3/4 of an inch pieces for making dowel joints. Okay? In that case, I'm using my miter gauge from my table saw. It fits into this groove. And I'm make a little cut, make a little cut, make a little cut. When I get to the point where my fingers are getting close to this little disc here, stop. No more cuts. I'm not going to try and cut an 1.5 inch piece into two 3/4 inch pieces. That's just asking for trouble. Pay attention. It's going to sound weird, but as you're cutting, pay attention to what's behind you, because generally a bandsaw doesn't necessarily have a runoff table. They're often up against a wall. You need the space. Make sure that you're not going to go all of a sudden go, thunk. Oh, I can't go any further. My blade is stuck in there. What do I do? Okay. And the other one is, another scrap of wood here. I'm cutting a circle, okay, and now again, my blade is stuck in here. I can't cut. Okay, so kind of plan out what you're going to do. That's the basics on the table saw, or the bandsaw. That's the basics on the bandsaw. It is a very simple tool. Again, as with the table saw, let the blade do the work. Okay, you are not cutting through like you would with a knife or a box cutter. You are letting the blade do the work and pushing against it. This is especially important in curves. Okay? Because when you go in a curve, if you go too fast and try and force it, you're going to take your blade and twist it. That puts strain on the blade, and you end up with sproing, broken blade. Yeah. I will be doing a second series of these videos with actually moving blades to show some of the basic techniques and what to look for and how to get the feel for what's going on. They'll be short and simple like this. That is all. Next week, I'm going to go, I think, drill press, because I need to get my chop saw fixed. So, until next time, like, subscribe, click the notification, or just, tell your friends. See you later.